for exponents and exponential function, F.LE.1 level 3 reteach. Write the recursive formula and the explicit formula for each situation. Edgar is getting better in math. His first grid score is 57, and then he scores 61 and then 65 on the next quiz scores. So for me, sometimes it's nice if I actually write out the pattern, and then I can see that he's going up by 4. So I know the first score is 57, and this is definitely an arithmetic sequence because he's adding 4 to each of his scores. So the recursive formula, you always write the first number down, which is 57. Then you do your semicolon and you go A of n equals a n minus 1 in parentheses plus 4. And then the explicit formula is a of n equals 57 plus 4, and then in parentheses n minus 1. So it's more like a distributive property. Suppose you dropped a tennis ball from the height of 15, and after the ball hits the floor, it rebounds 85%. So when I see a percent, I know automatically it's geometric. So A of 1 would be 15, and my rate, my common ratio, is 0.85. So the recursive formula is A of 1 equals 15, and we do A of n equals a n minus 1, and then it's going to be times 0.85. Taking a look at the next, for the explicit formula, I do a of n equals 15 times 0.85, and then I know that this would be my exponent, n minus 1. Viola makes gift baskets for Valentine's. She has 13 baskets left over from last year, and she plans to make 12 more each day. So this sounds exactly like an arithmetic sequence. So you're starting at 13. Your common difference would be 12. The recursive formula would be a of 1 equals 13. And then I do a of n equals a n minus 1 plus 12. And then my explicit formula, is a of n equals 13 plus 12, and in parentheses, n minus 1. A house is worth $35,000, and when purchased, it was worth $335,000 the first year, and then $320,000 after the second one. So I see that it's going down. It's definitely a decrease, and I know that the first price is this. But I also notice that it's going down. So my common difference would be a negative 15,000. So I'm going to do the recursive formula, which would be a of 1. And then I'm going to do a of n equals a of n minus 1 minus. And then finally, the explicit formula would be a of n equals 3,000. Just a lot of zeros on this one. And make that into more like a distributive property. Suppose you want to make a reduction copy of a photograph that has an actual length of 8 inches, and the time you press the reduce button on the copier is reduced 12%. Because this is, so this one, we know a of 1 is 8, and our rate, this time we have to change that rate because we know it's a decay. So we're talking about reduce, it's a decay, and when you have a decay from our last unit, remember we had to go 1, go 0.112, and so our rate would technically be 0.88. So it's the decay problem, and we're going to put it into here, and I'm going to do the recursive first. Sorry. So this is my R. So my R is a of 1 equals 8, and then a of n equals a n minus 1, and then I'm going to put times 0.88. And then my explicit formula would be a of n equals 8 times 0.88, and then it's going to be n minus 1 times n minus 1. Thanks for listening and have a great